Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot by Chris Ann. There's a website here on the back of the book, chris-ann with an e.com. If you look in the box there with her photo in it, you see it at the end of that paragraph, chris-ann with an e.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you want. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. Artwork by Lizbeth at the bottom. They're their full names. On the back here, you can find them at their websites. The big one I'm noticing is shewhoisart.com. Feel free to freeze frame on any of that and check out what you want, of course. Okay, what do we have for Taurus? Something's dragged out, but I don't know if you like that or don't like that. Something is dragged out. I don't know. Taurus, you'd think you like the longer path, but that's not always the case, is what I'm getting. If it's not really a good thing, like, why drag it out, right? One last card. What is it? Strength. You definitely have that. Oh, you definitely have that. You can endure a lot. Taurus can do an amazing amount of stuff. You make up your mind, you're going to do it, you start, you go through everything you want, and you will complete what you've decided you're going to complete. I'm not saying you're the first one done, but you're usually the most efficient when it is done. Like, it's very high quality. That's my interpretation of Taurus. They're high quality. That's what I see when I see Taurus. It gets a lot done. It has a lot of high quality. May not be the fastest, but definitely has the most quality. One of the yeah. Keep going. Somebody doesn't understand what you're doing. Is there a new energy here? Let's have that, because I see there's a card here that normally would match up with you, and it doesn't feel like it is because it's upside down, quite frankly. There's a couple of them. One of the cards upside down is on your side, but that's actually working to your favor. This other one's giving me hiccups. Knight of Cups, Empress, and the Hermit upside down, which is telling me this person should normally see things the way you see things, or at least usually they would try to make an effort to see things your way, or they should be. There's something that's really off with this. Am I getting it wrong? They just don't. They should see it. This should make sense. Like, they should be able to connect the way you're doing things, but they're not. But it seems like they should. And I'm also getting the Four of Wands reversed. There's a broken bond. And then, which number is this? The Two of Wands reversed. Somebody who's not making decisions, but they should be. Somebody's stubbornly not making decisions. Now, I feel like Taurus understands stubborn. You know, sometimes that works to your advantage, and sometimes it doesn't. I feel like Taurus is honest with themselves. Like, later on, after everything's said and done, you can look back and be like, well, I was stubborn with that, but this time that worked for me. Or this time it didn't. Or this time, some of it was good, some of it wasn't. Like, you look back, and I feel like you audit it. Kind of like, okay, that actually worked good, me being stubborn, or maybe it didn't. Or partially this and partially that. I feel like Taurus tries to be honest with themselves about that, at least. This person, breaking a bond, should understand how you feel, doesn't even seem to be interested in that, is being stubborn, causing issues. It really should be like somebody who looks out for a lot of people, wants people to like them. Ooh. I feel like I just hit something with that. They're not understanding purposefully. Somebody else wants something else, and it's contrary to what you want. What is this about? I feel like when I'm seeing this for you, the World card, this is going to change how you handle things going forward. Because whatever this person's doing, whatever they're doing, I feel like I can't depend on them, or I don't trust them. I don't trust them, and that's a problem. That's a faulty piece of the machine there, and we can't have that. We can't be having that. They stress you out. Well, yeah. They stressed you out, and you have to hold up the whole thing by yourself. Like, strength comes in the dice, it comes in over here. The way this person is acting, I don't trust them anymore. And when I don't trust them anymore, that means I can't depend on them for things anymore. I don't know what they're going to do. And I don't like that. I build things, I put things together a certain way, and there's certain people I depend on to do their part. And as long as they do their part, things work the way I expect them to. I'm not going to say they work right. I'm going to say they work the way I expect them to, you know. But if this person is just not even listening to you, that hermit reverse, that bothers me. It's like, it seems like they should really be more interested in how you feel and what you're doing and why you think this and why you think that, but they don't. They're shutting it right down. So if that's how it's going to be, then that's going to change how I handle this going forward. I can't trust them. I can't trust them at all. And the stress is too much. I have to put myself in a position of forgiveness, and while I'm overstressed, that makes it really difficult. I can't really do that while I'm overstressed. While I still feel that they're going to cause me more problems and more discord and more loss, I can't forgive them while it's still happening. So I have to get past it before I can really forgive them. That's what I'm actually getting there. Because while it keeps happening, it's just contrary to my. I can't. I need to get past it, past the situation, so I can forgive it. I can forgive it once I'm past it. Maybe, probably, hopefully. I don't think you're going to fight. But I do get a lot of... Even the world is kind of saying that something's definitely at its end. I'm getting the Freedom card. I'm getting you with the King of Wands. I think I just said this for Capricorn. You don't like doing things quickly. You don't like making fast, big changes. You don't want to make big changes quickly. That's not really your thing. But if somebody pushes you in a corner, and you really feel like you don't have a choice, or things are going to get worse if you don't, if you get pushed in that corner, you will. Taurus can move fast if they decide they have to. They don't like it, but they can definitely do it. Freedom with the King of Wands is telling me something here is going really wrong. And I feel like you're going to make a quick decision and change things very fast. I feel like you're moving on from somebody very, very fast. It's kind of like I thought I could trust them, but now I see them as completely toxic. I got to get out of this. I got to go. I don't like it, but I feel like I'm looking at this like, for whatever reason, it's really not right and it's really not good, and I have to get out of here. And I feel very strong that that's the right thing to do. Don't like doing it this way, but feel like this is what I have to do, and I feel like you will. I feel like you're going to kind of like leave. And I don't see any controversy. The Five of Wands upside down is like, I'm not even going to argue about it. I'm not going to cause an issue. I don't see the point. This is going the wrong direction. I feel like it's painfully obvious. Nobody seems to give a crap about that. Gotta go. I'm out. Gotta go. I don't like it, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't like how this is, but I gotta do what I gotta do. When it's all said and done, I do feel like you're going to let it go. I do. I kind of... I think you're gonna. I don't know why, but I guess you have to get there first. Whoever pulled their fast one, they're not owning any of it. I think you already... But I don't think that's going to surprise you. Kind of like, yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm leaving, because I'm seeing them in a different light, and they're not going to own anything about what they do or the discord they create. So I'm not going to sit around here and play that game. I'm not going to play that game. Do they understand their mistake? Definitely not. Do they own it? I don't think so. Do they feel like whatever they did didn't really work out to their favor? Yeah. I feel like they're looking back kind of like, oh, if I knew Taurus was actually going to do that, I'd have done this differently. I don't see them looking at it as a mistake. I see them looking back on it as like, oh, if I knew that was going to be too much pressure for Taurus, I would have done this a little bit differently. But only because of the outcome. I don't see them really owning anything being wrong. So, take that with a grain of salt. They don't seem to be owning anything. They don't really like that you left, whatever's going on here. I just still don't see them owning it. I mean, if we're going to take this outside of business and put it like more in a personal context, this is when you're in a relationship with somebody, they cheated, you left. They're not upset that they cheated, they're more upset that you caught them. If that makes sense. They're like, oh, if I knew you were going to catch me, I would have done this differently so you wouldn't have caught me. They don't feel bad about the cheating. They feel bad that, the outcome. I would have done that differently so you wouldn't have found out. But they would have still done it. They don't feel bad about what they did. Not at all. Not at all. So, I don't know, like I'm going between business and personal, but I feel like whatever this is, in a business sense, same thing. Whatever they did that upset you, and then you left, if that's what's going on here, because it feels like that's what's going on here. You don't really want to do that, but it's kind of like this is really bad, whatever it is. If this is hitting for you, of course, it's a general read. They're not feeling bad about what they did. They're just kind of like, oh, if I knew that was going to be your response, I would have done something different to still get what I wanted, but just so you wouldn't have left. They don't feel bad about what they did, not in the least. I don't feel them feeling bad at all. You seem to be fine. I see you moving on. This is an abrupt end. I'm letting it go. I feel like I need to let it go for my own sanity. I feel like that's one of the reasons for the forgiveness, because I need to let it go because I can't drag this into the future. I feel like you know yourself well enough. If I don't let it go now, it is just going to fester and dig deeper and be more of a stress for me. I don't want that. So you're choosing to release it so that it doesn't poison your life. And I feel like that's the real reason why you're letting it go. I do feel like you're forgiving it and letting it go, but I feel like that's why, because you know yourself well enough. It'll seep into all these pieces of your life, because the more it bothers you, the more it seeps into other places of your life, and before you know it, your life is really going crappy because you're letting anger for something that you can't fix pull you down. So I feel like that's why you're choosing to forgive it. Kind of like, no, I'm not going to let this poison my life. I'm going to get rid of it and move on from it. That has happened to people. I mean, you know that. Things like if you can't let go of something, and it may be like you're mad at one person at work, but the more it festers, the more you can't let go of it. Soon you're not just mad when you're dealing with that person. You're mad when you're at work. Soon you're not mad when you're just at work. You're mad when you come home. You're mad on the weekends. You're mad when you're on vacation. You just can't let it go. The longer it goes, the more it just sits there and it bothers you, and you think about it, and you're like, what can I do about it? What do I need to do about it? Why did this happen? Blah 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 blah. The longer it goes, the more it anchors in, the worse it makes your life. I think that's why you're letting it go. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.